Okay, so I'm in a much better mood than I was on Tuesday, and even a better mood than I was in on yesterday. On yesterday, right? I did have a excruciating exam in supply chain management today. My professor gave us a very difficult test, but fortunately I studied hard enough, and I think I got a good grade on it. We'll see. She's also letting me resubmit a case that I did earlier in the semester, which is nice of her. She didn't have to do that, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Napoleon. So I did want to say that tip C, 2311, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you're supposed to say tip C, so I apologize for mispronouncing your name. It's all these online names, my online name I just prefer to be Elwood. But I'm sure somebody will say Elwood 64151. So yeah. So I apologize for mispronouncing your name. And it is a beautiful, beautiful day here in Athens. It feels like well, it looks like winter, but it feels like early spring. It is about 75 degrees out, sunny. For all of my friends up in Connecticut, ha ha. This is normal. So, up in Connecticut, for those of you who are not from the States who watch my channel, Connecticut is very cold in November, and it stays cold until about May. In fact, it gets cold in late September or October. It's just really cold in Connecticut all the time. I put a heavy coat on the first time here. Probably about October 28th, 26th, something like that. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's supposed to get even nicer tomorrow. It should be 80 degrees. So I'm loving the weather down here in the south. I'm actually not from this area. All right. So here's the story. I was born. My parents are from. My mother's from Flushing, New York. If you've ever seen The Nanny, if you've ever heard Fran Drescher, this is what, that's not my mother. She can do that voice, she chooses not to. My father is from Washington, D.C., and lived in New Jersey. They met when he was going to school at New York University in Manhattan, which is the main island of New York where the Empire State Building is. At some point they moved down to South Carolina. My eldest sister was born in New York. My other sister was born in Charleston, South Carolina. And they moved to Danbury, Connecticut. I think they actually lived in Bethel. And my dad started teaching at Western Connecticut State College while he was there. And then they moved down to South Carolina, to Columbia, where my dad got his doctorate at the University of South Carolina. Boo! I'll never forgive him for that. Anyway, so I was born in South Carolina. We moved when I was about 3 years old to Illinois. My dad got a job at Southern Illinois University. Did so well that they fired him. He was a threat to his boss. And so we moved to Lowern, Georgia. My dad got a job at DeKalb College. And so he just kept teaching. And then moved on to Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Dad taught at Lebanon Valley College, and he then left Lebanon Valley College to go work at Kane University, which at the time was Kane College, and so that was in New Jersey, but we stayed in Pennsylvania. Well, the president of the university didn't like him very much, or really men in general, and so he went looking for a new job about night, and got a job at Park College. Which is now Park University. He's done that a lot. He starts at a place as a college and it becomes a university. And taught there for a couple of years. And so I went to high school and the last bit of middle school actually in Kansas City, and that's what I really consider home. So I went to the University of Missouri-Rolla, decided I didn't want to be a civil engineer that badly, and went to work full-time. And then economic times got rough. I got laid off. Moved back in with Mom and Dad, who had by then had moved back to Connecticut. And then after I got done with college, came down here to Georgia, because I couldn't find a job in Connecticut, and 'cause I came down here to Georgia for my MBA. So that's pretty much my life story in about 3 minutes. So for all of those of you who are curious, not that any of you were, and not that I really have enough viewers to really warrant this, I've actually figured out I've got 15. So what are you going to do? So I don't know, I didn't really have a subject for today's blog other than I wanted to apologize to Tipsy 2311 and tell all my friends in Connecticut that you know, that the weather here is just gorgeous. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm babbling now. Alright, bye.